an AC.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
portable one, a handheld one, or something.
yeah. This has definitely been one of those one of those summers. The winter wasn't too bad, but summer's been officially hot.
Listen, the combination of 36 triple D's, a face mask, and the heat does not go together. It just does not. That combo. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's that sounds there's a lot. There's a lot going on there. A lot going on there. So you're president. You voted for Trump, right?
No.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Yeah. So Trump is demanding that schools reopen, and I don't think that we're ready to reopen schools.
See, I have good and bad feelings about that. Am I ready for my child to go back to school? Yes, absolutely. But corona free. And she does go to a very mixed populated school. I can only control what's going on in my household.
Right.
I don't know what's going on in other people's households. So
Right.
I think it's too soon. And I definitely know that the wave of the regular flu starts when late October.
Right. Right.
So I'm more than sure there's going to be another wave of this. So he's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of teachers and parents say that it should not be up to the president to decide when the schools reopen.
Absolutely. Where's the Surgeon General?
Yeah,
Where's Brother Man?
yeah, yeah. Somebody with some medical experience, but everybody doesn't agree with us. Some school systems, the Trump supporting school systems are ready to reopen. In Georgia, some systems are going to open in August 6th to be exact. The way things
Wait,
stand
the
right now.
summer's still in.
Hmm?
The summer's still going on. August the 6th.
Yeah, well, they start a little earlier than other places, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, are we sending the kids to school with masks and a whole bunch of sanitizer? I mean, what are we doing?
I think, well, number one, it's not mandatory for children under, what age is it? 6 to wear masks in public places.
True.
That's completely irresponsible. So my daughter definitely wears hers wherever we go outside
Hmm.
of the house. Secondly, a child can sneeze and then the next day the entire class has a sinus infection.
Just like that. Yeah.
Just like that. Elementary schools are the epitome and breeding ground of germs. So they're more vulnerable. I mean, their immune systems are ideally stronger than ours, but at the same time, they're more vulnerable because there's no vaccination, there's um, no time for their immune system to build up any type of resistance against this. So that's putting our children in the limelight. I mean, in the line of fire. I totally disagree.
And then when you think about it, not only is it putting the kids in in harm's way, but then everybody else that they come in contact with that's not in school with them, that's in their family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So you talked about wanting your child to go back to school, but it being safely. How has it been, y'all, being so connected through the last, I don't know, 4 months?
Um, she says we're not friends right now, but I try to keep it as structured as possible. Trying to keep her on some type of sleeping schedule, and homeschooling is extremely difficult. So I have a newfound respect for teachers. Um, Technology helps. If you have a child who is more technology savvy, you can pull up YouTube and find little educational things and videos for them to do to keep them engaged and kind of quiet while they're learning. But for the children who are not as developmentally stable and need a little bit more hands-on help from teachers, I'm more than sure those parents are extremely frustrated. So what happened was they ended up passing everybody. Nobody academically failed. And I get that, but is that like a disservice? You know, I feel like there should have been a monthly package or something for them to still work towards each week or each month. And my daughter didn't get her take-home package until June 12th. So school was technically already over. You know what I mean? So when they go back to school, I'm just trying to figure out what the educational structure is going to look like for the school system itself.
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions. Like you said, 6 parent and educator groups have criticized the White House for offering conflicting advice from the CDC, and they're giving very little by way of insight as far as students and families and educators and the danger that they could be put in without a real comprehensive plan. Where is the personal protective equipment going to come from, and what are the rules for social distancing, and in addition to the racial inequality in different schools and all that kind of stuff. It is a mess right now, a mess.
They better have a plan because they're still getting paid tax dollars.
Yeah.
So what are y'all doing? Twirling your thumb? Like, I would love to hear from an educational professional, principal, a teacher, somebody on administrative board. I would love to hear from them to see if anything is in place, because I'm just getting emails about free lunch in feeding centers. I'm not getting any emails from the public school system about what are they doing? What are they using our tax dollars to do to prepare for the upcoming school year?
Right.
I haven't gotten not one.
Right. Yeah,
you
that's
know. But yes,
we
it's
need to see if
important to
we
feed
can
the
get
kids.
somebody on. Yeah, we need to try to do that. Also, they're talking about, at least the Trump administration is talking about a $1 trillion stimulus package by August 3rd. So they're trying to roll out some more money for folks. Should be passed before the August recess. And as I said, it's going to be $1 trillion.
Where are we going to get that money from?
Wait, they just print out money. They just print out money.
They can just make me money anytime they feel like it.
They just do, they just doing whatever. And so it is.
Can't get it from China. We beefing with them. Can't get it from China.
Wow, you definitely can't get it from China now. So what they had is individuals that were making under $75,000 received a $1,200 payment plus $500 for any child. That's what happened in March, including similar payments in the next package at an estimated, around that same price range is really going to put us further in debt as a country. I mean, we're throwing around a lot of money, but it seems like it's free money, but this is not free money.
I mean, it seems like he could have took heed to the warnings that he was given back in January when he first found out and called it a hoax.
Facts. And
we could have saved a lot of the money that we're now spending on preventative measures and testing kits and masks and things like that. That money could have been utilized a lot differently and more responsibly. But I mean, hey, who am I?
Yeah. So negotiations for this are not going to start until about July 20th, when the Senate returns from a 2-week break. And so we're definitely going to watch this. I definitely want to see.
No break. What they been doing?
They take breaks. You know what I mean?
They take breaks. No break.
You don't think they need breaks?
No, it's a state of emergency. You get paid the big bucks because you get paid the big bucks. So you don't need no break. Fix it. Fix it now. WN.
Yeah. So speaking of fixing it, right? Your boy Kanye
Get out of here.
Over the weekend, he tweeted that he was running for president. I was calling BS because he's got new music coming. Just dropped a music video earlier last week, and he's working with Dr. Dre and some other folks, right? And then he just up and says that he's going to run for president. He has not filed any paperwork anywhere. The deadline for at least 4 states has already come and gone. So it's 4 states automatically off the bat. He can't even get on the ballot there because it's too late, right? But he does this interview today, and he says a whole lot of things. So he says that he is running under his own party. You ready for the name of this party?
Please.
It's called the Birthday Party.
Get out of here.
And he's calling it the birthday party because he says when he wins, it's going to be everybody's birthday.
Sad. Mental illness, you know?
You called it, right? I mean, so on 4th of July, he says in his tweet that he's running for president. Everybody was talking about it. He did light the internet on fire, right? But a lot of people that look at political things like myself were trying to say, how serious is he? And I took a serious look at it. If Kanye was serious about running for president, would that be good or would that be bad?
Can I please go in?
Please.
Oh Lord, I'm raising my hand. Look, my phone done fell because.
Would it be good or would it be bad?
I think it will be worse than Trump. Because here's the thing. I mean, even though he said it, you know, when he did the whole Taylor Swift takeover microphone thing, he was going to be running for president, you know, someday. The worst part about it is that Trump has given all of those optimistic people hope, and actually a reality check. It might be a possibility because of his popularity that he could win. The part that I'm afraid of is the fact that he has yet to come to terms with his mental illness. He has yet to come to terms with, okay, yes, now he's new in the billionaires club, so I guess money can make anything move in these day and age. Same thing that Trump did. They have a lot of similarities. But him denouncing his relationship with Trump now, I feel like is just another chess move for him to try to win back over those people that he lost before when he was in support of Trump. Okay? I feel like, yet again, that is manipulation, and that is trying to control the narrative of what he's trying to do. I think that would be so irresponsible for this country to allow that to happen again. But it is very realistic that it could happen because you have all those 19, 20-year-olds that love his music, love everything that he stands for, his wild erraticness, that will go and vote for him and outnumber all of us sane-minded people with experience in the culture, in the world. And he could actually win. That is frightening to me. That is frightening.
Yeah, it's so far. I think it's even more far-fetched than Trump for a couple of reasons. So he did this rambling 4-hour interview with Forbes, and like you said, he said he's not supporting Trump anymore. But this move does nothing but help Trump. A Kanye run would take away, potentially, if he did his paperwork, take away voters from Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that would help Trump. So he can just say that he is not supporting Trump. But even in the interview, he was still supporting Trump. And the only person he was really dumping on was Joe Biden. So he says Elon Musk and his wife is going to be his
This is so frustrating. I did not imagine adulting being like this. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in middle school, I think we was coming off of Clinton and things like that, and then Obama was hopeful in my 20s. Obama happened in my 20s, and now this is just disrespect to my 30s. Like, I don't understand. I thought that, you know, my life was going to mean so much more to this world based off of the things in the culture around me, but it's just, it's unrealistic. It's comical.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing to live here. Like I'm tired of this. This is just all shenanigans. It's just so. I mean, what is it the result of? Is it the result
Well, this
of
is
having too much
clearly,
access of the world,
yes,
too much
and this is clearly mental
technology?
health for Kanye.
Mm.
So he's okay with siphoning off the black vote from the Democratic Party, which obviously will help Trump. And he said that I'm not denying it. I just told you to say that the black vote is Democratic is a form of racism and white supremacy.
Can you imagine what the debate would look like?
No.
This is the person that said
No.
slavery was a choice. Of
Right.
everything that's going on right now in the country and the world, can you imagine what that debate would look like? What is he gonna do? Like spit 16 bars? Like I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like just please, just duct tape your mouth. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Like this is people. This goes back to the conversation that we had last week. I absolutely feel like anybody running for president, their lifestyle, the things that they stand for, their childhood, how they grew up, all of those things matter because you are facing the life of thousands, trillions of people, and you have control over that.
Right.
Y'all want to give that to Kanye?
No.
He don't even know how to conduct himself at a music event. No.
Exactly. Kanye also has never voted ever in his life.
Let's stop talking about him now.
He said that he's never voted in his life. Random information. He had coronavirus in February, and he said that he's suspicious of a coronavirus vaccine, and he said that vaccines are the mark of the beast.
I agree with him. That's probably the smartest thing I've heard him say in 10 years. Yeah. Everything else, no. That was a dud.
Planned Parenthood.
As far as the vaccine is concerned, I would not vaccinate. I don't give my child or myself the flu vaccination.
Yeah,
and the main reason is because you cannot tackle the flu. The flu is a hybrid virus that is designed to recreate itself and recreate itself better. So no vaccination will ever be able to cure a strand that you would get at any point. It's going to outsmart that vaccination. That's why when you get the flu shot, you get sick because you're going to get the strand that they don't have a vaccination for. The same thing is going to happen with the coronavirus. I do not get my child vaccinated. I know there are laws against that. She's had the same doctor since birth. He tells me what he feels like is he's a Muslim doctor, a holistic doctor, because my daughter was born with some complications. So, he lets me know what's imperative, some things that I might need to bend on. But this thing, we fight about it. And I know because she's in public, she goes to a public school.
So what does he say about the flu shot?
He doesn't even ask me at this point because I tell him no. We're not doing that. There are studies that prove that a lot of the vaccinations that we grew up and our generation grew up getting has led to hypertension, hyperactivity, autism, very mild cases of autism, a whole bunch of things that they've buried under miles of secrets that we don't know what it's doing to our child and our children's DNA, that they're going to pass on to their children's DNA, how it's affecting and changing their chemical makeup. So, but it's law that we have to do it if they are in public places with other children. And there are a lot of underground laws that we don't even know about that are being fought in the Supreme Court that are not getting media attention, because a lot of parents nowadays are disputing those things. They don't want to put those chemicals in their children. HPV and all of those shots. Now boys are getting testicle cancers and things like that from getting an HPV shot. And, there's not enough research or not enough years of study to prove these things are effective.
Yeah, it's very tricky. is very tricky. I definitely don't rock with the flu shot for so many reasons. So also he said Planned Parenthood is something that was placed inside cities by white supremacists to do the devil's work.
So is he anti-abortion?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
What are your opinions on abortion?
So my opinions on abortion have evolved over the years. I never liked it. I never liked it. I don't think that it is a good thing. I think that people have the decision to make themselves. But I personally don't like it. But I don't think anybody likes it. But on the flip side, if someone is bringing a child into the world that they cannot support, that they could potentially harm, it's so tricky. I think ultimately it's a personal decision, but I don't like it. I don't believe that you should mandate and force somebody to do something. But I'm very conflicted on it. What about you?
So, I think that I don't mind a man having an opinion about abortion. Everybody has an opinion, just like assholes. Everybody has one. But a man cannot bring a child into this world.
Right.
So I think that conversation should always be majority female, um, and intelligent females, and they should be making the laws and the rules. You have to think about all the different scenarios that, when a woman becomes pregnant, is on the table. What about people who are victims of abuse and sexual assault
Yeah.
and ancestry and rape and all those negative things? Think about it like this. If you force a woman to bear that man's child who did something to them like that, women have this thing called resentment and postpartum and all of those emotions. Can you imagine mentally what she will go through? And then can you imagine her mentally going through those things and inflicting those things upon that child? You
Yeah, I mean
understand what I'm
that's
saying?
definitely something that could happen. You're right.
Yeah, that's very realistic. 1 out of 4 women are sexually assaulted and abused every day. We outnumber men already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and half of that percentage those assaults result in pregnancies, unwanted pregnancies. I just think that everything should be factored in, and he's the last person that I want to hear have something to say about that.
Right. Right. Especially when he also said that he would run the White House based on how Wakanda was run in Black Panther. I don't even know what that means.
Wait a minute. Let me zoom in again. He said what? No, stop. I
Yeah.
didn't hear that part. I didn't listen to that part.
Yeah,
I
he
must
said
admit.
that he would
Not
run the
Wakanda.
White House based on the way the secret country of Wakanda was run in Black Panther. We're talking about the movie, y'all.
Okay. I must admit, I get it. I get it. But come on, like we gotta make better word choices. Like you don't have a PR person that will teach you something. Like
Kim Kardashian and and Elon Musk are the.
not Wakanda, sir. How many white people do you think went and saw that movie?
How can we take him serious when he says stuff like this?
We're not going to, and we're going to dismiss this. It's not. It's not
Yeah,
happening.
yeah. He's picked a running mate, some pastor from the Midwest, and it is a
Not the
mess.
Midwest.
It is a
Not the
mess.
Midwest.
Also, something that I have been thoroughly enjoying is Ti, and he ultimately he wants to have a versus battle with 50 Cent.
I'm here for it.
I like that battle. I like it. I think that it is. I think that they're pretty even in a lot of things. I think that both of them have great songs. What do you think about it?
I'm here for it. I don't know if 50 Cent is gonna oblige. I'm not sure, but I'm here for it. I
He
want to
he
see it.
he is not.
As
He says that he
personality
was.
wise, I
Huh?
choose Ti. Personality wise, I choose Ti over 50 any day.
What do
I
you
feel
mean,
like
personality wise?
I feel like he's more responsible in life than 50 Cent
Okay.
is. 50 Cent is based on, he's entertaining, you don't really hear him speak too loudly about political things. You don't really see him on the forefront standing up for his people, fighting for people's rights. I don't believe he's ever done any hard time. So I don't know why it would be a struggle for him to do those things. He should be more willing. But I think Ti is more for the people, personality wise. 50 is like a troll to me. He's like a grown child to me. I don't know, but he had good music until he tried to do the group thing. But Ti to me is more relevant. I can listen to him talk. 50 Cent never makes sense when he's speaking. He talks about
What do you
50
mean?
different stories at one time just to make one point. Like he doesn't catch my focus. I don't know. He's still talking to his chief like this, hard on strong, you
Well,
know.
he did get shot in his mouth.
I mean, I get it. Fix it though.
So pretty much 50 is ignoring this, and he said that somebody gave Ti the same weed that they gave Smokey.
Call him a crackhead.
Yeah, and so 50 says that his catalog is better than 50 Cents, but he really wants to battle Jay-Z.
Ti does.
Yes.
Hmm.
Now, what do you think about that?
I think that's a little far fetched. But who else would Jay-Z battle though?
I just don't see Jay-Z doing this.
He won't.
I don't see him doing this. I don't think that anybody is on that level to really, as far as catalog and longevity.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
He's kind of Jay-Z's kind of standing alone right now, unless he does it with Nas.
Yeah, that would be.
I'm here for that.
I would like that. I actually, even though we've seen them spat a little bit, I would like to see that.
I would like to see them doing on a positive level now. There's no beef. They're friends now. Like, I would love that. Like, and I feel like it would be more for the culture than anything. I think T.I. got a few more years to reach their status, but if he keeps up what he's doing right now, I think that he'll be there in a few years. Not right now though. It's a little premature right now.
Yeah, so that is that is interesting. I would like to see that. I don't think that we're going to see obviously a Beyonce on Versus,
No.
or a Jay-Z. I would like to see the Brandy and Monica happen though.
I'm here for it. Monica all day.
Yeah, I like both of them. That would be super entertaining. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Monica doesn't want that smoke.
What?
Yeah.
Let me send her an email or something.
Yeah, she don't want that smoke. What about Jay-Z and Drake?
No.
That wouldn't be entertaining for the people?
No. Drake, are you putting Drake on a Jay-Z level?
I am.
Are you giving Drake
okay, so
that credit?
Here's what I'm saying though. Who in this generation, because nobody from Jay-Z's generation is going to be on that level. Who in this generation has the bodies of work and the amount of hits to even give Jay-Z a run for their money but Drake?
I mean, are we only talking exclusively music or everything?
Well, of course, Versus is just music.
But that's why I said it would have to be Nas. He's the only person, even though he doesn't have. That's what I
He
say.
don't have
Are
that
we
amount of
talking about?
hits, right? So he don't have the hits. He has hits,
But
but he
he's
doesn't have.
legendary though.
Nas has more hits than Drake. No, I don't think so.
No, we're not talking about. We're not talking about hits. Like, what makes a hit though? You
What
know what I
makes
mean?
you
Like,
win the versus battle?
nobody's on Jay-Z's level.
As far as what?
His bracket
As
and
far
his
as what?
age group. We don't have to break it down to age groups at this
Yeah.
point. Like, nobody's on Jay-Z level except for a Nas. I feel like Drake has caught up with Lil Wayne, and he came under Lil Wayne. I feel like Drake has.
I think he
He's right
passed
there
Lil
with
Wayne.
Wayne. You think he passed Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have to be Drake and Wayne.
Drake and Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't be fun though.
You don't think so? Or Wayne and T.I. Wayne and T.I., but they both from the South.
Wayne and T.I. Wayne and T.I. I don't hate that.
Wayne and T.I.
I don't hate that. Yeah. I don't hate that. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Or
yeah.
T.I. and Eminem.
T.I. and Eminem. I think if you put their catalogs up, I think T.I. wins that.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think that T.I. is a better rapper than 50 Cent. But I don't know if he's a better rapper than Eminem. But as far as
bodies of work.
Yeah.
They're on the same level.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Versus has really got people thinking about different matchups and just comparing music, and music marks time, and then you go back in time and you thinking about songs. Ludacris and T.I. would have been good.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think they're the same type of rapper. I don't think they're the same type. Like, Ludacris is one of those people who he's on everybody's feature, but nobody talks about him in their top 10. True. Not even in top 5.
He slept on.
But he's literally got a song with everybody in the world.
And he rips those songs.
He does, but nobody talks about him. Not one person. Ask anybody who has an opinion about music.
Yeah.
He's never in anybody's top 10. He's well respected.
Absolutely.
He definitely has a song with everybody who's anybody, but nobody talks about him in his top 10. I wonder why that is.
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
50 Cent earlier today posted the video of T.I. doing he did a Crime Stopper video, and so he posted that earlier, and that's something that T.I. is really gets him upset. People call him a snitch, and
he fight dirty. I don't ever see T.I. having any type of cooperation or love for the police. Like, not ever. I just don't. Now people have real facts on Rick Ross being a cooperator. I don't know.
I don't know. 50 said, "Why you make me do this?" When he posted the
trolling. Trolling. That's all he's good for now. Trolling. What do you think about his comments about angry black women and preferring exotic women?
You talking about 50 Cent?
Mm-hmm.
As far as angry black women, is that what he said?
He did an interview with Lil Wayne, and he was saying how, he refused to date a regular black girl. Why would he want to date something that he watched or he saw or had growing up in the hood? He wants something exotic, something that looked like it came off the boat, were his words, and I quote.
Yeah. He caught a lot of backlash over those comments. I don't like those comments. I don't like those comments. I mean, you can have your preference or whatever you like, but I don't want him to take the experience that he had with his oldest child's mother and then just put that on all black women. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
I think it was disgusting and irresponsible for him to say.
Yeah.
Because now you're putting, you know, different ideals and labeling women and placing value on women based off of their circumstances or where they grew up or how they grew up. Not everybody who grew up in the hood stays in the hood, number one.
Yeah.
And then secondly, everybody at this point in life is mixed with something. You know what I mean? Like, why am I less valuable if my skin is darker compared to my homegirl whose skin is lighter? You know what I just think that's disgusting to say. He has money, but if he didn't have money and I saw him walking around, I wouldn't choose him. He's not a looker. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
money makes people more attractive.
I don't want you to let Lil Wayne off the hook. Lil Wayne not only laughed at that comment, but he co-signed it with his own statements. So let me read this 50 Cent quote. He said that, and then he talks about the women almost like it's a car or some material possession. So he said that looks different from the stuff you see in the neighborhood all the time. That stuff look like it come off a boat, something that you just can't get. But they, black women, get angry. How did you end up with this motherfucker? I'm like, huh? My instincts always make me defensive, so I look at this angry black motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. You trying to fuck up the whole vibe.
Wow. Maybe that's the reason why he's in his 40s and he's not married. He doesn't get it yet.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it yet. You know, like he's still prostituting his penis because of the name that he has for himself, but he has no real mental value. That, like, he's a waste of space to me. Like, that's disgusting for him to say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a real man will find something beautiful in all women. If you're really into women the way that you say that you do, he sounds scorned. He sounds like maybe he was touched by somebody, you know, in his life, and he's bitter and angry about it, and this is how he's expressing himself. Or maybe he has a small penis. I don't know. But he values his worth and his penis in the woman that he has sex with. That's what that sounds like. Period.
Yeah, that's it's unfortunate that he says that he doesn't have any daughters, so there's that. But then he's gonna teach these, his son or one son that he has ties with this kind of mentality, and it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
You know. That trips me out, because if those guys were to trade lives with somebody else, they would be overlooked.
What do you mean?
They would be overlooked by the ugly black girls that they claim that they hate. They would. Yeah. They would be overlooked. He's no Morris Chestnut who was trending today. You know, he's not a Morris. You know.
Okay.
He's like a no, let me not do that, because that's what he's doing. He's not a Morris.
Okay.
You know, he's not even a T.I.
Okay.
You know, he's not even a let me stop, because I'm about to go in on him. Damn it. I'm offended by that. I am offended by that.
Yeah, I don't like when we have to continuously degrade black women. I don't like that. And he can just, say whatever he dating whoever he date, but just and not dump on black women at all.
That's still that slave mentality where you feel like you've made it because you can date a certain liking of women. But truth be told, like, those women wouldn't go for you if you were working a blue collar maintenance man job and you didn't have the money that you had. You would be overlooked. So they're feeding off of each other's energy, and it's not real. It's not genuine. I can't stand the narrative that, oh, once we made it, oh, nigga, we made it.
Right.
You don't see what's attractive from who's been holding you down and supporting you getting to that level of success. We
Yeah.
were the ones supporting you, and I'm putting myself in that. We were the ones supporting you and rooting for you to get to that level of success. And now that you're there, you value your success in the shade of the woman that you can now that you're allowed to date now. I guess that comes from years of suppression of our people, the Emmett Tills and, dating outside of our race was forbidden
Right.
you know, because of all of that. Like, that's still that he's still entrapped in that slave mentality. And
Right.
let me cut my light on real quick. It's getting dark in here.
Yeah, I think that this type of thought process is toxic. Um, you have black mothers that continuously bash some black women, and then and then we
I
talk about
mean, it's
racism.
known. He
I
has
mean,
mommy issues.
right, but we talk
Everyone
about
knows that.
racism. We talk about racism, but some of us have this self hatred for ourselves.
Hmm.
You said he has
That's really
mommy
sad.
issues.
Yeah, he does. His mom was in the streets. She was a drug dealer. She was a lesbian.
All right.
He was raised by his grandparents. He doesn't know what it's like to love and truly value a woman. He wasn't taught that. He has respect for his grandmother who raised him and everything, but even like in the movie, he describes how hard she was on him and how hard she had to work, and she made ugly faces. Like, he referenced that in the movie. Give Rich or Die Trying. So it's clear that he has mommy issues. He doesn't know his own worth and his own self-value. So right now he's a slave to his money.
Yeah. Well, that's very unfortunate. And unfortunately, this type of mentality is something he didn't invent. This mentality. This is
Mm-hmm.
something that a lot of people have, and it is toxic, and it has got to go.
Mm-hmm.
It has
Yep.
got to go.
Dennis Rodman raved about that in his prime and on interviews, and his crazy outlandish and how he would go off on reporters. Yeah, now I could date you, your white woman, and I got money. I can dress like this and wear nail polish and
Right.
still screw your women. Like, he raved about that. That was the start of that trend of um equaling your success with sex and the women and the groupies and the things like that. That was the start of that during that time.
Yeah.
So
I don't think that those go together. You know what I mean? I don't think that just because you have reached another tax bracket that you have to, you know, you date who you want to date. But I just don't believe in bashing your own people.
yeah,
You know.
I don't know.
All right, so we up against the clock. We're gonna get out of here. How can people follow what you do and stay in touch with you?
I am on Instagram, Lady Tara. My nails gone, y'all. Gotta get them done. Looking a little boyish. Don't forget me. Um, I'm on Instagram at _Lady Tara. I'm on Facebook at Teria Brown. I'm on Twitter and TikTok under the same thing, _Lady Tara. They can follow me. Come find me, y'all. Need some friends.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
halfway
you be getting your
quarantine.
TikTok on.
Yes, my daughter's teaching me how to dance all over again. So we be doing our little TikTok, our little moves.
Very, very good. I am at the Diamond K Show at Radio on Fire. So we're gonna be back next week, next Wednesday.
Yes, we are. I'm loving this. I'm loving this patriotic look you got going on, Diamond. Like, what's going on with the? And listen, that's how Kanye gonna roll up in the White House. He's gonna be dressed just like you, with the rag, the beard, the glasses. We ain't ready. He's not ready. You made a statement today.
Yes, I did. You're right. I did.
Okay, that was strategic. I see. I got you. I'm on point.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I will see you next week.
Bye, guys. We're gonna be on time next week too.
That's true. That is true.
Okay. Bye, guys. Bye, Diamond K Show.
All right, see you.
Bye.